Wallace and welcome to Finextra TV. We're here at Money 2020 Europe, and kindly joining me now in the press lounge is Nuno Sebastiao, CEO of Feedzai. Hello Nuno, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Very cool.
So first I want to ask you, how are you enjoying the event so far and what does it mean to you to be here?
Yeah, I mean, Money 2020 is one of the highlights, of the year as events go, and both in the US and also here in Europe. We at Feedzai decide to always bring, to us it's important not just to be present here, but to bring a lot of content. So we've decided this year to organize our Financial Crime Summit, and it's been a blast because we've brought content, serious content, in the risk management area, and we found out that it was very well received by people. So frankly, yesterday was a blast. I could have not hoped for better, and the level of the people we had in the audience, the quality of the engagement, the breakout sessions we had, it was the best, most thoughtful Money 2020 we've had so far.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
And so I want to talk to you a little bit about the financial crime, but before we do, let's talk about opening accounts. Can you tell me why is it so important in today's banking space?
Yeah, I mean, think about it this way. In the old days, let's call it, if you wanted to get a banking product, open an account, get a credit card, get a loan, something, you'd have to walk into a physical branch, and the process you'd have to go through was manual and very lengthy. Today, with challenger banks and app-based type of banking interactions, you have to do it in a way that is consumer-friendly, instantaneous. You want to open an account, get a product just like that. However, you still need to have a strong risk management function behind. So it's a combination of how do you keep friction away, how do you get out of the way of the consumer interaction and the beautifulness of the experience. Make it a 2-second process while keeping it safe. That's where we come in, is bringing up the technologies that enable our clients and our partners to give this experience to their customers while doing the work that we need to do in the background to make sure that things are safe. Mm-hmm. That's why it's so important.
And of course, reputation is very important to a bank. Yeah. Can you tell me what role does AI play in that reputation?
Yeah, so one of the things that has been demonstrated is AI, and more particularly machine learning, has been really good at addressing well-identified problems with large data sets that you can work on. So in the financial services world, one of those problems was looking at fraud. And it's one of the biggest issues that banks face, not so much for the money that they lose, but for the reputational impact that it can have on them if they are victims of an attack or something like that. So what we've seen the last 3 years was machine learning and AI was really the most suited solution to help them address this, while, as I was saying before, getting out of the way. Because you can keep people safe if you do put a lot of obstacles in front of them. But to do it in a way that it removes all these obstacles, you have to use large-scale machine learning techniques that get to the same results, but give a really nice experience to people.
All right. Well, following on from that quite nicely then, and coming back to this, the topic of financial crime, how do you see financial crime, sort of fraud, money laundering, having an impact on society?
Yeah. So, and that was really the theme of our summit. Was, look, it's not about the technology aspect of it only. It's also about what does this mean for us as a society, because the more we engage with our customers, we realize that it's a reputational risk, but more is they're being used or attempted to be used as vehicles for money laundering of money that comes from human trafficking, that comes from drugs, and those things, they're just not good for society, right? It's just stuff that we all need to play a part in making sure we keep them out of the system, to the best we can. And today we have the technologies to do that. So no bank, no financial institution wants to be the vessel through which money coming from dubious origins gets put into the system. And we, as frankly, as citizens, I want to be able to interact with institutions that guarantee me that my money that I'm giving them is not being used to support other stuff. So I think it's a discussion that people have had, and you've seen funding, even more on macro level. There's a lot of combativeness going on through funding political parties, funding from money that comes from, we don't know where it comes from, right? And I think it's really important that as a society we hold everyone accountable to it. That's where, machine learning and companies like us can help financial institutions.
Sadly, some positive developments going forward then. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you very much.
I thank you. Thank you.
And thank you for watching.